Alrighty, Wolfpack, happy Friday. Congratulations on making it through another week. Hope you guys had a great time, had a good week, had some good workouts. So we're going to finish off Friday with kind of a similar setup to Wednesdays, where we kind of worked ourselves up to, a moderate heavy Olympic lift, and we went into a Metcon. There's no EMOM on Fridays. I did change Wednesdays to an EMOM. Just felt like it was the right move. But Friday, we're just going to build quickly to a moderate squat snatch. So coaches are probably going to give you somewhere between 8 and 10 minutes to work on this, because we're not looking to go super heavy, not looking to be fatigued going into the Metcon. We're just really looking to get some touches on the squat snatch since it's been a few weeks, and also warm up that overhead position and also the overhead squat position, because got a fun little overhead squat to do at the end of the Metcon. Okay, so you're just working on your form and technique. Like I said, light warming up positions, making sure everything feels good before we're going into the Metcons. We do have squat cleans, so we need to make sure our hips and our ankles and our squat position are warmed up. So you may want to, in the lighter weights, do a squat snatch, stand up, do an overhead squat, just make sure all the positions are open and things are feeling good. Okay, the big thing with these squat snatches or any Oli that we do, as always, especially with the light weights, we don't want to take those ones for granted. We need to make sure that we have the exact same technique at a 50% lift as we do at 100% lift, and the only way we're going to get better at that and improve our 100% lifts is to make sure that we're taking the lighter weights on these Oli lifts serious. So we're setting up on the ground like we would set up for a 1 rep max. We're getting the barbell into the hips. We're getting full extension, full pull. Even though it's light, we need to over-exaggerate these positions. That way, as we get heavier in the weights or we start to work towards heavier maxes, everything just kind of comes naturally, and we don't have to really think much about the lift other than the things that we know that kind of break us down. So 10 minutes here, build yourself up to something moderate, nothing too fatiguing, and then we're going to have a little transition time to warm up a couple squat cleans. Probably 5 minutes in between, and then we're going to start a little two-parter here, kind of like we did on Wednesday. So the first one is 10 rounds for time. This is the actual Metcon portion. There is a 10-minute cap, so 10 rounds in 10 minutes means that it's supposed to be very fast. The rounds should be quick, super intense, and we should be getting it done, obviously, in less than the cap. So you got 3 squat cleans to start off. They should be a little bit heavier than normal weights, something that you want to do singles at, right? It would make no sense in this Metcon specifically, excuse me, to do more than singles on the squat cleans, since we have a larger number of gymnastics below. We need to save our grip, we need to save our midline, we need to save our breath. And if you try to hold on to the touch and go for the squat cleans, I guarantee your gymnastics are going to go to crap very fast, and you're very tired. You're going to lose the intensity, and it's not going to be as much fun. So 3 singles, right, should be a weight that you can hit, stand up, drop it, maybe take 3 to 5 seconds, reset, hit another one, right? So we're looking at probably 20 seconds on the squat cleans, maybe a little bit longer as we start to get a little bit tired. And then the gymnastics movement is only 6 reps, so it's a good opportunity to work on a little bit more technical pull-up movement or motion than we normally do. Right, if there's 50 reps in this Metcon, we wouldn't want to be doing a more technical movement than we have. But if we have something a little bit more than a pull-up, or maybe we're normally doing, one color of banded pull-up, right, we reduce the tension and make it a little bit more challenging. Some way that we're kind of progressing our pull-ups a little bit, since this rep count is a little bit less. But we want to try to make sure whatever we choose for this pull-up motion, we're able to get through in the first set, first few rounds, 2 sets. Maybe as we get along, a little bit of fatigue, maybe we have to move to 3 sets, or towards the end we go to singles. But we shouldn't be going to singles from the get-go on this movement here. We still want to make sure we have intensity and we can get through a few rounds pretty quick. That way we bank a little bit of time on the backside of the workout in case we get tired or something. So your 3 cleans in the beginning, call it 20-25 seconds, right? Even if you break this up into 3 sets, pull up, 2 pull-ups is, 5 seconds, so call it another 20-25 seconds. You're still under a minute for that round, which is very good. Obviously, you can go faster if you do these unbroken, whatever movement here, or RX Plus is doing ring muscle-ups. But if we can get the first, 5 rounds done in, less than 4 minutes, just say, that gives you a little bit more time on the backside to finish the 10 rounds. So even if you finish it in 8 minutes, you're going to rest until the 10-minute marker. That way that all the pull-up bars stay open. Okay, if you finish this early, and then you went to the rack, you would take up 2 pull-up bars, right? And or potentially even 3 pull-up bars, and we're not going to do that. So even if you finish early, leave the bar on the ground. As soon as that clock hits 10, we have 8 minutes to find a 1 rep max overhead squat from the rack. So how we do this is the barbell's on the back, we walk back, right? We go snatch grip, and then you either push press it, push jerk it, or split jerk it overhead. Bring your feet together, complete your overhead squat. If you're comfortable lowering it back to the back, you put it on the back, put it back in the rack. If not, you drop it, clean it back up, and put it in the rack, right? So 8 minutes gives you a lot of time to get through, a lot of reps here. You don't have to build super fast, so you definitely want to, take the barbell down to something that you know you can hit, so we can transition from, right, a little bit more heart rate oriented Metcon, different movements. Okay, the first couple reps here are going to definitely feel the hardest since we're transitioning. So hit reps that you know you can hit, make a little jump, hit another one, make a little jump, hit another one, then you can kind of go from there, right? Even if you potentially did this every 90 seconds, you're going to have, right, 0, 90 seconds, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5. You're going to have 6 attempts to find a heavy overhead squat, okay? So you got a lot of time. So, but make sure everything we do here is perfect form, chest upright, full range of motion. Don't go outside your means. Don't try to break any records if this overhead squat is a challenging motion from you. It's obviously a very technical movement coming after a Metcon, so it can be very challenging. So just make sure everything you do is crisp, perfect, and clean. If your coach tells you it's not and they want you to lower the bar, just be respectful because they want you to stay injury-free and actually get something out of this overhead squat, okay? So listen to your coach. Other than that, have a fantastic Friday. If I don't see you on Saturday for the Wolfman Special, have a good weekend. We'll do it again Sunday. Later.